So the extra food,
Okay.
do they just throw it out or do they cook it up? How
No,
do
no.
they cook
Whatever is excess, the waste from the guest, we blend it and we put in the sea. I will show you inside.
Now we're getting ready to walk into the kitchen. Wow, look at this.
You going to wash dishes?
You want to wash
You need to wash? Yeah, see, we get shower.
Oh.
Upcoming chefs.
Morning, V2 family. We're getting ready to do a kitchen tour.
Morning everyone, my name is Charles. I am one of the head waiters on board. So I'll be doing a kitchen tour now. What we're going to do, we're going to explain to you about the food service, how the food service is been done, okay, how the chef prepare their meals, how we control the waste, okay. So these three things I will tell you, and how we assign the stations for the waiters. Sometimes you ask the same waiter, same assistant, why we don't promise you. For example, 4 waiters is signing off, but normally it is 6 waiters and all, you're signing off. The 6 waiters should come on board. Sometimes they are supposed to come, but because of some visa, they miss their flight, the waiter is missed. So now what happened, we got 1 waiter less. So what we do, once we get a confirmation how many waiters on board, then they make the stations. Now, how many guests a waiter serve? Minimum is 16 and the standard is 22. From 22 it can become 26. It depends. Sometimes table of 6, you have a party of 7, so we put an extra chair, so it becomes 7. So then the guest count increases. This is how it works. Now, ma'am, lot of the guests first day they ask, I want 5 o'clock. I got confirmation at 5 o'clock. Ma'am, it is not, we don't do the sitting arrangement. It's done by the show side and all the requests. See, Baltimore is a high demand for early seating. Now, in general, 80% the guest wants early seating. Okay, so we cannot accommodate the whole. There is first sitting, second sitting, and here in this block there is third sitting. And other sides also we do 3 sitting. But this block has to get third sitting. So there's a different concept. It's called X dining. Ma'am, everybody wants early seating. We cannot accommodate everybody early seating. Okay. Some guests say, I want table by the window. And we have few table by the window. We cannot accommodate. How they do the show side, how they accommodate them. There are a lot of categories. So how many years before you book? 3 years before, 2 years before, whatever. They check that. Then they check the privilege like Pinnacle, Diamond Plus. This is how they check. But again, first, how many years and your category, your VIP or suite cabins. This is how they check and they give. Okay, because sometimes the guest says I'm sweet and you're giving me table like here, it goes. But again, we don't do it. Example, once there is a table of 6 and you're all sharing, but there is a family of 6 who's been sitting here and there. They say we are family, but you don't tag. You don't tag through your travel agent. There is always a code. So we press that code number. There'll be alphabets with your travel agents like a code A, B plus something. So when you put that, it's all tagged. If there is not tagged, how we know that you are traveling with them or they are traveling? We don't know. So there's a code. Sometimes you come early seating, that is 5 o'clock. If you don't show up in 15 minutes, we use your table for the next guest. Okay, 5:20, because there are a lot of guests who didn't get tables. So we try to wait for 15-20 minutes and then we use your table. Otherwise, we are losing that table for the first sitting. So that guest has dietary needs. We understand. We try to accommodate. Okay. And here on this floor we have around 370 guests we can serve at the same time. Okay, 370 every chair if you occupied. Okay, and then on this down same time we open, but the second sitting is 7:30. Here first sitting is 5 o'clock same time, but second sitting is 6:30, 6:45. So we need to be very quick on this floor, and then we have to change the tablecloths and all. So the rush is big in this floor. Okay. Now, table assignments, as I said, 22 guests. It is not necessary to get big table or small table. No, it is the guest count. So, for example, there are stations like these 2. So, that can be 22 or one big table and 2 big table and done. So sometimes you have one table and all 222s. Sometimes you have two big tables or all 222s. So to be fair, every waiter get a rotation on the station also, because some stations are difficult. Now you come, I take the order, give recommendation. So I go inside. When I'm going inside, we have around 26 waiters on this floor. So you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16. So another 10 people. So imagine 10 waiters more. So how crowded it will be with the trolley. And this ship is 30 years old. The ideas are old. Once when you go inside, you'll come to know how narrow it is. So I come, I take your order, table of 2. You come, you take the order. I go inside, I put the ticket. But I'm standing in line because there are waiters already there. So I have to wait. I cannot jump. The order, I take the order, I go back quickly. But still again I have to wait in line. By the time I come back, then again party of 4 or 6 is come. Now what happens? The first guest who is come, they'll say, oh, my food is not come. So because there is a sequence, the chef don't allow you to break the sequence. So as a head waiter, he tells me, so what I do, you give me a ticket, I'll go, I'll pick the food. I cannot jump the line also. I will explain to you, just remind me how it works. So I help him to pick up food, I give you. Then the other waiter tells me, okay, the food, okay, I give you. And then other waiter. So this is how I go, I'll give little bit help for everyone. Now, the food waste, this is very important. After pandemic, we start a program called WOW, okay, it is Win on Waste. There is a guy who's in charge of food waste. The chef is there. Before the guy is there, he doesn't allow you to cook in bulk. He allows you to make in batch wise. How does he know how much guests, how much food to cook, how much meal chicken to cook, how much beef to cook? The chef has a budget for the whole ship. The deck 5 chef, like she is deck 5 in charge, you are deck 4 in charge. You have a budget deck 4 and deck 5. You have to know how many guests are sitting, how many kids are sitting, how many on your station. You have a list. How do you order your meal? Every day you have to order your meal to the chef. So they have to follow up the last year and year before, 2-3 years. They check how many kids were there, how many adults were there. Accordingly, they order the chicken. Accordingly, they order the steak. So this is how they plan. But if you randomly order and the food is excess, the chef will make you responsible. If the food is less, again. But if you order as per that, then you are okay. Now, the guy who controls the waste, whatever food, he weighs the food and he checks how much protein, bin jammer also, and then he sends the report. So that is considered as food waste. Not the food what you took and you throw. No, the food excess cooked food. So they will not cook high, like steaks, they will not make extra. Shrimps, these are expensive items. How they control this? When you go for excursion, he also already have a report how many guests are doing excursion from the Royal Caribbean. So when you go out, the shuttle will come on the ship. So 300 guests on board, for example. He checks the security. There is a system. He checks how many guests on board. The girl is counting the guests. How many guests are coming? So 100 guests had their lunch. So that means 200 more yet to come. So what he'll say, make the food. So this is very important, the guest count. So he keeps calling every 20-30 minutes. How many guests? How many guests? How many guests? And then he controls the food. Some food which is marinated, we have certain freezers which can remain for the 10-15 days. But once you remove from that fridge and you put in a normal fridge, the food cannot remain for long. So that is considered as 4 hours, and after 4 hours we discard the food. Whether the food is used or no, 4 hours. So that is the reason he plays the main role. He doesn't allow the food to come out. Sometimes the food gets, like, as a servers, we are the one who have to face the slow, why the food is not come, this, that. So as a server, we are the one, but the main thing is he has to control his food cost. So he is totally responsible. He communicates with the show side. Even the executive chef cannot control it. He communicates, because the food waste, they save a lot of money. And the Royal Caribbean started now. All the cruise lines have this program. So they count every protein, every piece of chicken. He counts, he weighs. So you got an idea? So how the waiter gets the food. So now we will go to see. Any questions so far?
Spread to the table.
Okay. We used to have a program. You remember? We used to have a big basket. We used to serve.
Yeah.
Now, this is company standard that we give bread on the table. Yes, you might think table of 2, you might think it's extra, okay? But the big table is little less. Again, the bar waiters, before there was a bar servers, you remember?
Yeah.
Now there are no bar servers. So the bar servers are not there. So now what happens? The waiter comes. I'll tell you what is the procedure now. The waiter comes, he introduces himself, and then we give the bread. If the guests don't want bread, you have an option to tell, I don't want bread. Before, as soon as the guests come, we should give bread. Now, no. Now, we put a bread basket. Then, second, if you have noticed, we have to serve 1 butter per guest. If you want, second, we have to give. We are controlling butter. Again, now what happens, if you are an assistant waiter, what happens? You come, good evening, you give the introduction. You see how much time, okay? Sometimes we know the guests like extra butter, we put. But the chef sometimes he'll say, why you put? They let them ask. So you, good evening, welcome. I give a speech. The waiter took the order. We give the bread. The guests take the drinks. Now I'm the assistant waiter. I take the drinks. I go in the bar. I put the ticket. Now I come back. The guest says, can I get a butter? Yes, ma'am. I go back. I come.
Yeah.
And then by the time I come back, the guest says, oh, I know what, I need an iced tea. Can you bring? Yes. But the same assistant have to pick up the food. The waiter is waiting. He's saying, okay, let's go. We need to pick up the food. Before there was a bar server taking the drinks. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now
So
it's little different.
It's less served the bread.
See, I don't know.
Right, yeah, it's operations. Yeah.
So this is how. But again, the guests sometimes I have some guests who like the guests say, I want cheese rolls. I don't want any of this bread. No problem. Tomorrow onwards we put cheese rolls. We take request. The breads and all, as you see, every bread has been counted. Exact number of bread. Okay. Table of 2, 1 bread baskets, 2 slices, rugged bread. This is how that's the standard. But, ma'am, these are company standard. Any ship you go and it's from shore side it comes. From the shore side. The chef on board also cannot change anything on the ship. Neither the menu, neither the ingredients, the quantity what they put in the ingredients, nothing. It's from the shore side. Even the music what we are playing, we cannot play our own music. It has to be from the shore side. Okay? So everything has to be written black and white, because any music we play and it's not approved, even the dancing music, Macarena, everything come from the shore side. So anything, because if you go to see, most of the ships have the same songs we are dancing. This is approved by the show. If you put anything, the guest complain, the manager, restaurant operation manager, he is responsible. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, they don't take requests for the songs.
No request. I can sing though.
Okay, one more thing.
Yes.
If I'm not going to be here for dinner, should I tell the waiters they can make room for the person?
See, yes, it
You
happens.
should let them know.
If you tell, it is helpful, because like there are some guests who wants to come early, so we try to tell the
Right,
guests, you
right.
know, okay, fine, ma'am, thank you. So then the guest who is coming at 5:20, who is waiting, ma'am, you know what, the guest is not coming. You can come at 5 o'clock tomorrow. They're happy.
Okay,
Okay, you help her. They are happy. It's there. Yes, ma'am.
good.
So the extra food,
Okay.
do they just throw it out or do they cook it up? How,
No.
like-
Whatever is excess, the waste from the guest, we blend it and we put in the sea. I will show you inside. And the excess food. See, as I say, ma'am, there will be not much. Maybe 2-3 pieces of chicken breast,
Oh, wow.
some vegetables, because he's checking. The last guest who comes, the service get little delayed because he's making a la minute. Like lobster last night, they got little delayed because they make another batch. Okay, because he doesn't want to waste one tray. Every penny has been counted. So this is how it is. But again, as a guest, like I had a guest who comes late, they sit on the last table. So, but they take their time, they eat really slow. Okay, so when you are sitting there, there is a couple sitting there. They go around 10:15, very late. Yeah, they go very late. So that is the time. I'm the one who has to say, ma'am, I'm sorry, the food is delayed, but this is what is happening. So you got an idea, right? All good. Any questions?
If you need a volunteer for the extra lobsters.
Oh my God! Yeah. We have a lot of people helping us.
Now we're getting ready to walk into the kitchen, see everything behind the scenes. And Camden, you can't touch anything, okay? Because we're going in the kitchen. It's really important. We're just looking. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, Jess. Okay, see? See where we're going? Look. Gotta be really careful. Wow, look at this. Woo, loud. Okay, let's not do it on purpose.
So everybody can see. One in front, one behind.
Camden, you gotta listen.
You're going to wash dishes? You need to wash? Yeah, see? We get shower.
Oh.
You are the last, sir? Okay. Ma'am, as I said, can you imagine if you all come with a trolley, how tight it is?
Yes.
Even
it
if
is
you
tight.
have a table of two, like now
It's
you
tight
are a
in here.
couple, you are a couple. If you come, the waiter cannot jump the line here. There is no chance. He has to wait.
Yep.
So this is the, but the new ship, this is an old ship, the new ship have little room. So where we have enough room to go side and all. So this is how it is. Now, the guy who, waiter comes, he put the dirty dishes behind, put the food waste, and then the plates are put here, they put in the machine, and it gets washed, rinsed and sanitized and dried. 80% they get dried. The guy who is removing the dishes is non-stop. Okay? But if you go to see his hands, calluses?
Yeah.
If you, because it's very hot. No, the guy who's removing the plate. It's very hot, but and it's not easy for the guy to do it, and it's not easy to find a person who has that speed. But sometimes, if you are good at it, the whole contract you are here. I have seen.
Oh my goodness.
But they give some incentives, like they will give him little extra break apart from this, because to work in that heat, ma'am, when the machines are on, the heat standing here, it's not easy. Very difficult, very difficult. Okay. So all good.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Like you wash your restaurant.
Yeah. Look at it back here.
upcoming chefs. Okay, ma'am, during dinner time on deck number 5, this is the place they serve the dessert. As a waiter, you have to stand in line from here to there. So there is a chef standing here. Okay, they make all the desserts on deck number 4 and they bring it here. They make the plating and they keep here. And approximately around 6 o'clock, all the desserts are being served. So you can imagine, 6 o'clock, they are serving 300 and at least 50 desserts. So the waiters stand in line and then they cannot make 350 desserts ready. So they have to make a la minute. Oh, then ice cream, each cooked. If you see on the ship, there is not a lot of manpower. We have ships, but the manpower is less. But we have to move fast. As you see, for the dinner time, we go. It's like this. You see, I work in that side. So if you work with me, you see me, ma'am. I will go touch everyone. Go. During dinner time, it's very quick. We have to go very quick. I help a little bit, clear the table, go, give little help. So this is how it works. On a ship, it's like fast. Working on land is different. Chops is a la carte. So they have a la minute at a time. So it's a slow. Here we have to serve because 6:30 next guest is coming. We need to move. We need to set up. So it is like run. Okay. All good so far. Now, as allergies, all the allergies. I'm your waiter. I take the order. Or head waiter, whoever takes the order. We have, okay. To show you inside. I have the allergies papers, okay. Today only I had breakfast. So the desserts are bought here, then we serve, go. There we make sandwiches, we cut the fruits, we make salads for the entire ship. The food in chops and jawanis is totally made separate. But here we are totally, rest of the venues we make in one place. Like there is a soup cook. There's a team of soup cook. They make the soup for the entire ship. Then as a deck 4 chef, you order how much you need. Deck 5 chef, you order how much you need. but in one day in advance, and every day has to be made. There is a roast cook. He roasts the meat, all the meats. There is a team of roast. Veg cook. So there is a team. So they make different. Fish cook. He makes fish, entire fish on the ship, not the chops and Javani's specialty. Okay. Then we have scarf. Red scarf, yellow scarf is new hire.